Hi everyone, my name is Chris Mark. Welcome to Keto with me. It is day 40 on my journey back into keto. If you're new to my channel, check out my day 0 video where I cover the reasons of why I created this video series. All right, let's roll the clip. Okay, that was my day 39 and 40 clip. I should say days. So it was a pretty good 2 days. So my weight loss over those 2 days was 1 pound. So I'm down to 26 pounds. Woohoo! That's really good. So my numbers I'm going to give you here is actually for 5 days. So because I'm 5 days into the week, my average blood glucose for 5 days was 86. That's phenomenal. My ketones were 2.7. That's even better. It's like consistently staying even higher. My Dr. Boz ratio was 33 for those 5 days. Excuse me. And my GKI is 1.8 average for those 5 days as well. So these last 2 days were the weekend. So they're actually really good weekend meals. Tend to have like a little bit bigger meals on the weekend. So we had steak one day, and then on the next day we made sfiha. So, which is, my wife is part Syrian, so her family is used to making some food from the Middle East and stuff. And what's great about sfiha, it's actually like one of the perfect kind of keto meals you can eat. Just to give you an idea, you take butter, you render the butter like a whole stick, and you render the butter so the cream comes off the top, and then you take the butter and you cook pine nuts in the butter, and then you set those aside. Then you cook the meat and add the spices into it and so forth, and then you put the pine nuts back in, and then you pour the cream back over top. So it gives the taste of the butter, like it's different. Like doesn't taste like normal butter anymore, but you still get all the fat of it. So it was really, really good. If you looked at my slide or my picture for that day, I actually overate a little bit, on Sunday, just because I'm entering a 48-hour fast. This is my first attempt at a 48-hour fast. Going to try to make it to, Tuesday, for a 48-hour fast. And we'll see how that goes. I kind of, have a game plan for this, which I got some bone broth. So I figured, like, if I get the Monday evening and I'm just like, I have to have something, I might like drink a cup of bone broth, which in that case I would call it kind of like more of a dirty fast. Yeah, I know it's having something, but anyway, I just wanted to let you know what my backup plan was, just in case I couldn't make it. I figured that would be better than nothing. So that's it for my recap. Let's look at my goals. All right, let's take a look at my week 6 goals. I've got days 36 to 40 on the spreadsheet, even though I'm pretty much updating you for 39 and 40. I want to give you the averages for the week so I can see exactly where I'm standing. So the spreadsheet's slightly tweaked from the last one that I showed you. I've got an average column. I even went through in some areas and just converted them to numbers and took out the text so it was easier for me to calculate averages quickly. So with that said, let's get started. You know, for my sleep, I'm averaging about 7.6 hours sleep a night. That's pretty good. There was 1 or 2 nights I think I woke up a couple times, but overall it's been pretty good. So I marked myself at the best category for that. As far as eating keto goes, specifically fasting, you know, I have taken the text out of this particular column and just converted it to straight numbers so I could do a quick average on that. So I'm averaging 23.3 hours of fasting per day. That's going to change, as I mentioned in my recap video, that I'm going to start, you know, doing longer fasts. So I'm doing actually a 48-hour fast right now. I'm only like 12 hours into it or so, maybe 15. So 23.3 is roughly 23 hours and 18 to 20 minutes or something like that. So, you know, I'm putting myself at, you know, good on that right now, and hopefully I can get, you know, next time we talk, you know, or I show you guys, maybe I'll be up to the beast mode on that one. That would be awesome. As far as style goes, always targeting clean/dirty. So that's where I've been living at for right now. So moving on from that, as far as macros go, I'm averaging 12.3 carbs a day. That's fantastic. I'm staying way under 20. My macro percentages that are right below it are fantastic. You know, the average is 76% on the fat, you know, 3% on, you know, carbs, and 21% on protein. So I'm dialed in, you know, exactly where I want to be. So I put myself in beast mode on those 2 particular categories, the macros and the percentages. As far as learning goes, I have 2 videos. This will be my 2nd video that I'm sharing with you guys for the week. So I'm right where I want to be on that. As always, tracking is going fantastic. Got my journal, got my spreadsheet, got chronometer. Things are logging well, so I'm always killing it on that particular, you know, category. So I'm staying in beast mode on that. I really like it because I'm staying over on the right side with all of these, and that really just helps. Meditation and relaxation, you'll see that I'm at about 65 minutes for the week, which is really good. So I'm already in the best category for that. And exercise, you're going to see a lot of activity in this area now, no pun intended. That, you know, remember on day 37, I did the P90X3 yoga. You can actually even see the yoga mat like right behind me. My wife's yoga mat's over there, so we both did that. And then I did some yard work on Saturday for like 2.5 hours. I mean, I stayed busy a lot that day. I mean, I sweated a lot on that day. And then on Sunday, also did P90X3 yoga. You know, so that felt really good. I'm thinking, you know, maybe trying to do yoga 2 or 3 times this week, you know, and then slowly add another routine into it so I can kind of get back into the P90X3 thing like I was talking about. So my goals are going great. So let's move on to the video recommendation. Let's look at the video recommendation that I have for days 39 and 40. It's another Dr. Ken Berry video. I kind of did a video recommendation on thyroid the other day. I just, again, wanted to pick a topic that, you know, may be affecting some of you. I know it does me, and the more I know, the better I'll do at, you know, figuring out, like, you know, what do I got to do? You know, so, and I have some thoughts on it afterwards. So this video is titled 7 Thyroid Facts I Bet You Didn't Know. So it's about 6 minutes and 12 seconds long. It's a pretty concise video, but I like it because he gives you, you know, factual information about like what you need to know about the thyroid in order to, you know, maybe make sure that you're diagnosed correctly and so forth. So number 1, every single cell has to have, the thyroid hormone. Like every single cell has receptors for it. So that tells you how important it is, and he's making that point really well. Number 2, if you're type 1 diabetic, you're at higher risk for having a thyroid disorder. So he's just telling you that if you're type 1, you know, basically I believe he's saying go make sure, right? Number 3, So most doctors don't actually check the entire thyroid panel. They'll do like a TSH, which I've heard my doctor say before, and a free T4, which I've also heard my doctor say before. But I don't remember my doctor like giving me extensive, like the full panel, like, hey, you also got this and this and this and this going on, as well. So he's saying that make sure you get a full panel, that way, you understand it better. As far as that goes, I mean, as far as lab tests go, I do like ask my doctor, like, hey, can you throw a vitamin D test on there? But that's just stuff that I've known to ask over the years, but I've never ever said, and I think I'm going to do it this year for my annual, is like, hey, can you just do a full, panel just so I can see what my numbers are? Number 4, this is an interesting one, which I didn't know. Iodine is needed. You cannot produce thyroid hormone, from what he says, without having iodine. And he's saying that, our water typically has chloride and fluoride, which are in the same periodic table column. That was fascinating. So they're structured the same. And he said that, it can even kind of block iodine, and so forth. So you have to make sure you have to have iodine in order to be able to do, to have thyroid hormone. Number 5, women are 7 times more likely to have an issue with their thyroid. That was fascinating. He said, doesn't mean that men don't, just 7 times more, likely. And then number 6 is a fact about how many people are undiagnosed. He said, just in the U.S., there's about 12 million undiagnosed people with issues, with thyroid issues. And he said that, these issues you're going to see, your hair, nails, skin. You're going to be cold, energy. There was, some other things that he mentioned as well. So, and lastly, number 7, if it goes undiagnosed, it can lead to heart disease. You can have brittle bones like I don't know. I'm a little slow today. And then elevated cholesterol, and then even death, which was like, okay, wow, I need to listen to that one. So I thought it was a nice, quick, short video. I just, again, wanted to, bring up thyroid, just for some folks, if you're, you're going through this health journey, might be something worth looking into. So that's it for my video recommendation today. That's it for day 40, folks. Thanks for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe so you can keto with me. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Just remember, none of us are perfect. Be a coach, not a critic, and take care.